Okay, today we're gonna discuss about paper 210607. I mean paper 41, 2021 on October and November. I think this will be the questions that needs to be explained, especially for number one, ABC. Both of the question are different. So let's see. Amir, Bibi, and Caitlin are each given 1,500 to invest. Amir invests his 1,500 in an account which pays compound interest. So you have to name the compound interest. What is compound interest? The interest is getting more and more each year. Okay, so this is called compound interest, and the interest rate is 3% per year for 5 years. I mean, this is for first 5 years, after which it is 2% per year. So what does it mean? So first, they will give you the higher interest and in the first 5 years, and the next will be 2% per year. I don't know why, but usually bank offer you the small interest and the next higher interest in order to maintain the customer. Okay, so this is for the first 5 years. So you have to make the formula. The value or future value is equals to the present value times 1 plus r to the power of the time. Okay, what is r? R is the rate. R is the rate in percent, right? So the future value, you have to calculate it twice. First, for the first 5 years. So VF for the first 5 years. Okay. So for the first 5 years, the future value will be the present value, $1,500. You multiply by, or you just put the bracket, you don't have to put the multiplication, and I want to ignore the unit for simple writings, plus 3 over 100 or 0.03, but I think you better write 3 over 100 to the power of first 5 years, so power 5. And by the way, you have the value, right? You can use your calculator to calculate the value. And the second term is 11 years. So we already take the 5 year, and the rest will be 11 minus 5, right? So the next 6 year, okay, the second 6 year. So the future value, also the present value, but the present value is calculated through this number. Okay, so I don't think we need to use the number. We need to find the final answer. No need. Just write down like this. 1 plus 3 over 100 power 5, this value, right? You multiply by 1 plus, right? The next 2%. 2 over 100 times 6, not 11. Be careful, because we are calculating the 6, right? So that's the, let's find the answer. I'm finding the calculator. A moment, please. There you go. It's here. So just put it, 15 times 1 plus 3 over 100 to the power of 5. So this is the formula for the compound interest. 5, you get this answer. No, 15,000, I'm sorry, Tedra. 1500, I mean, 1738.9. So it write down 1738.9. But we don't have to calculate this number because that's not our final answer. So we just multiply again by 1 plus, right? 1 plus 2 over 100. And then to the power of 6. Right. 1958.3 or 1958. I don't know what is the number, what is the question asking you for? How many decimal place behind? So point what number? As detailed as you can then. 29 or 3. Right? But how about the workings? Let's see the exact. Oh, 3 significant figures. Oh, very simple then. So if it is 3 significant figures, look at this. Sorry, here. Or 1 decimal place for angle. Okay, this is not angle. No specification. So 1960, right? Because we are calculating the 3 significant figures. Okay. Now, be more simple. Very easy. BB invests her 1,500 in an account. Sorry, Tendra, I have to delete this. This is not 15. This is 1,500. Okay. And then next, BB. PB invests her 1,500 in an account which pays R% per year simple interest. So if you are having a simple interest, you need to memorize the formula. The P, the future value, is equals to the P present value plus the interest. And the interest formula as simple as PRT. P present value times rates times the time. And F future value is equals to, okay, you can simplify like this, P plus PRT, right? And then you can simplify one more time, P1 plus RT. No need to use the power anymore, okay? Because we are calculating the simple interest. What means by simple interest? You paid the additional is always constant. Let's say R% per interest per year. Let's say 1%. So 1 year they get $15, right? 1% of the 15,000, 1,500, so $15. Second year the addition is 15 also. Third year 15 also. Fifth year is 15, and so on. So this is use. We use the other formula. Okay, the value of R. Okay, the future value is 1,962. So future value, write down one more time. I think better write down one more time. RT, right? And then why 1 plus? Because you factorize the P. So 1962 equals 1,500. 1 plus R. R is over 100, of course. We are finding the percent. So you just put the R over 100 times the time 11. Okay. So you put the 1,500 to the left. That's the simple thing you do. 1962. 1962 you divide by 1,500. Right. 327 over 250. No need to put the decimal later on. Over 250 equals 1 plus 11R over 100. Okay. What next you can do? You subtract the 1, you move the 1 to the left, becomes subtraction, right? So 327 over 250 subtract 1 equals 11R over 100. Just simply put on calculator, subtract 1, and then you get this answer, 77 over 250. 77 over 250 equals 11R over 100. You can get the R easy. Just do the cross multiplication, right? 7,700 over 250 equals, times 11, right? Equals R. Okay, you move the 100 to the left, the 11 to the left also. So let's do the calculation. 7700 divided by 250 times 11, right? 14.5% or 2.8%. Okay, do you get the idea, Tedra? Any questions so far? Hello, Tedra. Can you hear me?
I think I understand it so far.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I got some delay. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. I can hear you, but I think it's delayed for about 3 or 5 seconds. No problem. Okay. Next, Caitlin invests her 1,500 in an account which pays 3% per year compound interest. So this is pure compound interest. So the hardest question is A, right? Because they have two conditions, two compound. But in this case, for B, simple interest, when it is simple interest, you just use the formula. And C, also compound interest, just use the simple formula without having twice of the counting. Okay, so the future value is P1 plus R to the power of T, right? Caitlin invests her 1,500 in an account, and the investment is worth 1968.13. So write down the future value, right? The present value is 1,500. 1 plus R. R is the T%, so T over 100, right? Power 11. So you don't have to get confused by this T. T is time. No, this is R, right? Because R percent. So this is the rate. So what you can do, just use the calculator, 1968 0.13 over 1,500, and you will get 1.312 blah 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 blah. So 1.312 equals 1 plus t over 100 to the power of 11. So you cannot directly put the 1 to the left. Why? Because we have the bracket inside, and we have the bracket and the power of 11. So what we need to do now, we need to do the power 11 root in order to annihilate the power 11, right? So I use the red color because it is not easy. You need to provide the working. So do this instead. Here, 11, right? And then 1.312, you get 0.24 or 1.025, right? 1.025 equals 1 plus t over 100. So you can annihilate the power right now. And then you put the 1 to the left, so it's easy. 0.025 equals t over 100, and you get the t as 2.5%. Okay. So by the way, if you are being asked which is more valuable, is it about C, B, or A? So A 1,960, and this will be 1,962. Okay, so the more B is more over you, more the more of the investment in 11 year, same 11 year, and this will be 1,968. So this will be the highest. So compound interest is always the best choice for you if you want to invest. Okay, now look at number 2. In part A, enlargement and stretch have the scale factor greater than 1. A transformation maps triangle A onto B. Triangle A is congruent. So what means by congruent? You don't change the size. So change no change in size. So it has to be only might be rotation, right? It maintains the congruency, maintain the size. Reflection, yes, it is also. Translation, yes, it just moves up, down, left, right. Enlargement, hell no. Why? Because if you enlarge the number, you change the size, right? If you stretch, you change also the size. So this will be 3 only. Okay, just take. You don't have to write cross, no need. Just take the important one or the thing that might be the transformation that keep the change in size. Okay. Now, part 2. The transformation maps triangle C onto triangle D, same as corresponding. So the angle are the same. So it could be similar. It is it's certainly similar. Okay, so similar. Can it be rotation? Yes. It can be congruence as well. We don't have the clue. So similar or congruent. So it might be enlarged. Translate, yes. Reflection, yes. Stretch, no. Why? If you stretch, look at this. I stretch the square. I just put like stretch also. It become a rhombus, right? It is not similar. Okay, stretching means you change the size on each of on one vertex or 2 vertex or 3 vertices. Okay, so stretching is not. That's not the answer because it has to be either similar or congruent. Okay, part 3. A transformation maps triangle E to triangle F, larger area. It doesn't say about the congruency, larger area, so it is not congruent because they change the size, so it is either enlargement or stretch. It has no clue about similarity. So is it similar? Might be yes, might be no. Can be true or false. Okay, if true, it is enlargement. If false, if it is stretching. Okay, so this is only about the logic, and I think it is still simple. Let's do next question. Okay, this is hard. Describe fully single transformation that maps P onto Q, not Q onto P. Be careful, from P to Q. So if you look at the drawing, you simply put this. From P to Q, it is similar, congruence. The size is not changing, but the position is changing, but it is not translation. Why? Because it is not going up, down, left, right, but it is rotated, right? You rotate P to Q, so it has to be rotation. Okay, rotation by how many degree? If you look at the size, if you look at the shape, it's clearly seen it is 90 degree, right? And from P to Q, it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. Wait, from this point, let's say from this point to this point, right? It cannot be another point because this is the same position. Okay, so it is rotated 90 degree counterclockwise. And you need to mention the center. The center is always, usually in this kind of question, 0, 0. See? So from here to here, 90 degree clockwise. Counterclockwise, counterclockwise. With the center of origin, or 0, 0. And now you do the stretching with the x-axis invariant and scale factor 2. So you have to stretch by the x-axis. I use the red color because it is not easy, so I need to put the red color. So this is the x-axis, right? So this is the x-axis. I just drew around, I just drew the red line near to the triangle because it is no need to put another to extend it more. So this point stretch twice from this part, from x-axis. So from 2 becomes 4, right? This also from 2 becomes 4. So this will be the position for the bottom part. And this from 2 becomes 4. So you stretch it. So stretch like that. If you want to use the easy term, you just stretch the line, stretch the point through the x-axis. Okay, so this will be our drawing. Okay, so this will be the point. So what is the point? The point is located, let's say this is XYZ, yeah, or triangle R. So triangle R has its point 2, 4, 2, -4, and then this one 4, -4, because you stretch through the x-axis, and one more 4, 4. Okay, how about if I stretch due to y-axis? Okay, from here becomes this, from 4 becomes 8, so it has to be like this. From 4 becomes 8, it could be like this if you stretch through the y-axis, but I don't think it is needed. But since I record this, you can see the working. Okay, how's it, Tedra? Any questions so far?
No, I understand.
Okay, nice. Next. Okay, I think it's getting better. So number 3 is very, very simple. Just pick the point that haven't been, just put the plot that haven't been drawn. Okay. So number of days 20, 34, 20, 34 is done. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's already done. First 5 points has been plotted. Okay. Thanks. And 24 and 50. So 24 is located about here, and 50. Okay, you have to put it in the right. And x, you put the x, make it same. Okay. And then 86, 86, 86. Okay, it's here. 86. Okay, my eyes hurts here. Yeah. Okay, done. 98, 94, 98, 94. Okay, it's quite simple because it's on the end of the workings. 10, 40, 10, 40. Yes, it is also simple. And 56, 54, 56, 54. Okay. I don't know whether my writing is right, but it's located around there. Okay. I don't have ruler. and I got cylinder, so it's so hard to see the straight line. So part B, what type of correlation shows in the scatter diagram? Is it positive or negative? As you can see, upright, right? It is positive, right? Because it's going up. So this is positive. The trends, right? And this will be negative. Okay. And is it strong or weak? As you can see, it is quite moderate. It's not too strong, and it is not weak also, but it has the outliers here. So if you ignore this, it is strong, right? But we have to admit that the drawing or the plot is located here. So it has to be weak. Okay, positive, weak, and linear, of course, because it's a line equation. So find the equation of the regression line for h in terms of d. So this will be very hard if you do it manually. So what I can give you is the working. So I'm using the Desmos. Desmos is the powerful tools to use or to do uh, the calculation. Wait, Desmos. Sorry, it's okay. So you use this. You can use it on your own graphing calculator diagram. I use the table, and the x1, let's say d, right? In h in terms of d, so the h is y. Okay, so x is 20, go down 20, 42, 76, right? Go down 90, 24, 24, and then 86. This is how I do. Later on, you can see the video. I just do it fast. 56, and then the y is 34, the bottom part, 66, 80, 76, 100, 50, 86, 24, 40, and 54. What next? We click this, and you do the regression. Why 1, right? What are you finding is in terms of h, right? Find h in terms of d. So find y in terms of x. 10 element list, yes, that's right. This is 10 element. Use this. Okay, the Swiggle equal equation, not this. Be careful, not this. Okay, use this, and then m, right? The gradient x1 plus c, and we get all what we need. So this will be the regression power. So it is moderate, right? Because 0.7 is moderate. 0.8 is quite strong, by the way. Okay, it's not weak, it is strong. Sorry. 0.8 is considered as strong. The weak is 0.5, less than 0.5. Okay, so it is strong, moderate, yeah, moderately strong. Okay, strong, moderate. Okay, and the y1 is the d, right? Equals the m 0.586 or 0.587 times x1. Oh no, x. Sorry, it's not x. It is h. Wait. I think I did something wrong. The y is the height. Okay, sorry. See, the height is the y. Okay, so height, this is d plus 37.36. Okay, this one. Okay, now that's the formula. Okay, next, use your regression to estimate. I think I need to. Very good. Use your regression line to estimate the height of a plant that was planted 20 days ago. So the d is 28, right? So d equals 28. So the height is 0.587 times 28 plus 37.36. And again, calculator 0.587 you multiply by 28 days. And then what next is you need to plus by 37.36. Okay, I don't want to go too fast because I'm afraid that I did something wrong. Correct to the nearest, oh no nearest, so 0.8. Use 3 significant figures. Now, a plant was planted 140 days ago. Explain why you should not use the equation of the division. So, by the way, you can use the formula, but it is not recommended. Why? Can you explain, Tadra? Why you cannot use the day if the D is 140? Can you explain? Why it is not recommended to use 140 days, Tadra? Hello. Yeah, I think it is like here. Okay, no problem. So why you cannot use 140? Because it is out of the forecasting range. So the range is too much, 140. Okay, it is out of the range. That's the simple answer. Okay, so out of the forecasting range. You can find the the height of the plant if it is, let's say, 51 days, so you don't have 51 days, right? So but you can find it, and you can find in between 0 until 100. Okay, more than or less than 0, it is not recommended. Okay, next. Okay, now number 4. The table shows the set of data, and when X represents the number of emails as received each day. So X represents number of emails as received each day. So this is the amount of email she get, and the frequency is how many days she get 5 emails per day. Okay, 16 days. And 16 days they got 5 emails. So if you want to find the median and quartiles and so on, you need to calculate the cumulative frequency. Okay, cumulative frequency. Yeah, I will make it a bit longer because we need extra spaces here. And you need to add, so the cumulative frequency is like this. So the first 16 and the next is 18. So the total frequency from the first is just add by 18. So it is 34. And then you add by 25, you will get 59. Plus 11, you will get 70. Plus 6, you will get 76. Plus 8, plus 4, you will get 80. And it has to be same with the total, right? The cumulative frequency. Okay, so we know that the data is 80 and the median is, you need to calculate the position, or you need to find the position or the order of the median. So if we have 80 data, the median formula is in between, right? In between. So if I want to divide the data by 2 position or two parts, it has to be 40 on the left and 40 on the right, right? So where is the median? The median is located right in the middle. So we have 40 and 40, so we don't have the number, by the way. So it is in between 40 and 41, right? So it is in between 40 and 41st data. So 40th and 41st data. Okay, so what is 40 and 41st? 40th and 41st? 7, right? As simple as that, because you look at this. 40 and 41 is located here, right? Or you can just simply put 1 until 16, 17 until 34, 35 until 59, right? And then 60 until 70, and 71 until 76, 77 until 80, right? So the 41st data between 40 and 41st is 7, right? So it is the median. So what is range? Range is the maximum subtract by the minimum. So the maximum amount is 10 minus 5. Quite simple. And subtract 5. Okay, and then it is 5. And the upper quartile, look at this. So in between median, we have 2 chunks of data, right? 2 chunks of data is 40. This is also 40. And this is the median. And you divide again, you will get first quartile or lower quartile, QL. And this will be the upper quartile. So the data is on 20.5, right? In between 20.5, right, right here. And adding by the 40. So 40 plus 20.5, 60.5 data. I don't know how to pronounce this, but this is in between 60 and 61. Okay, between 60 and 61st, 61. Data number 60 and data number 61. Where is it? Here. Right, so it is 8. And calculate the mean. So how do you do the mean? The mean. So if you are finding the average, what you need to do is try to multiply the x and the frequency. 5 times 16, 80, 6 times 18. Oh man, I cannot do this easy. 6 times 18, 108. 7 times 25. Oh, 175. And this is 88, 54, 40. And you add all the number, right, in order to find the mean. That is how you do. So you add all. 80, 108, 175, 88, 54, 40, right? And you get 545. So the mean will be 545 divided by 80, as simple as that. Okay, the total number divided by the amount of data. So the answer will be 6.81. Okay, now this is x is if you see the number, if you see the question, x represents the number of email. But when x represents the height of the seedling, correct to the nearest centimeter, explain why you cannot work out the range of the height. I think this is very simple to answer. This is about the logic. You just try to explain why it is not working. Because when we are talking about the height of the seedling, we never know about the minimum and maximum height of the seeds. Okay, we don't have the minimum and maximum, and it is continuous. So the data is not discrete, or it is called the continuous data. Hey, do you know what is the difference between discrete and continuous? Discrete is using the whole number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Amount of emails cannot be half an email, it cannot be 3.5 emails, right? But for the seedling, you cannot use that at all, because it is the continuous data. The centimeter, it can be point something, it can be decimal. Okay, that's for number 4. Okay, for number 5, you cannot do it directly. What you need to do is try to put on the calculator decimals. Okay, so you can delete this, delete again. So fx equals, right, the top is bracket 2x squared. Use your calculator, close the bracket, over x plus 1 to subtract x. Right. So 0, 7 to negative 7, yeah, negative 7 to 7, I mean. So this will be there you go. -7 to 7. So this will be the point. Okay, write down. Okay, I have to sketch this. Do it very neat. Do it neatly, as neat as you can. So this will be 1, right? Okay. There you go. And it has to be like this. Okay. It cannot reach nearer to -1.8, right? So it has to be like this and like this. Okay, that's all for the drawing. Just do the sketch and done for part A. Write down the equation of each asymptote parallel to the y-axis. So y-axis is here. So the asymptote will be about here. Right? This is the asymptote, -1 and 2. Right? So x equals -1 and x equals 2. So x, wait. So moment please. So it's very hard to do. I annotate and also I used to drawing. So the x equals -1 and x equals 2 for the asymptote. Write down the coordinates of the local minimum. This will be the local minimum 0.208.1, 1.426. So 0.208, 1.426 for the local minimum. Find the range value which the gradient of the fx is negative. So do you know what is the gradient? The negative gradient? The negative gradient is the gradient where it is going down right. So down right will be here, right? There you go. If you do the tangent, right, the gradient is the tangent. So there you go, there you go, there you go. And going down also need going down, and this still going down. Stop here, not going down anymore. So this will be the range of the position, right? So everything is negative here, and start from here, it start to be positive, right? If you look at the tangent like this, going up, going up, going up, going up, also going up. So the local minimum is the thing that makes the gradient stop being negative. So from the x that is less than or less than 0.208. So that's for the range of x, where the gradient is negative. So x is less than 0.208. So it cannot be less than or equal to. If it is equal, it's straight line, then the gradient is 0. They asking you the gradient of negative. Solve fx equals -x. So how do you do this? So you need to draw the y equals -x in the diagram. Okay. So fx equals -x. So right down here, you need to draw the line of -x. It has to be like this. Okay. Y equals -x. Okay, and this is the meeting point. Let's do on decimals. All right, one more time. Fx equals -x. See, that's the point. And what is the coordinate? 3.747, comma, -3.747. 3.747. Oh, there's only x. 3.747. That's it. So you don't have to write the y anymore. Is it right there? Like that? Yeah. Only on x, not the y. But the question, if the question is changed, what is the intersection point? Okay. Both all of them supposed to be written. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Oh man, I hate this. Why? Cylinder eyes. Okay, the masses of 300 apples are shown in the table. Okay, and then from 0 to 25, the frequency is only 4. So if you look at this, how many points we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for each of the drawing or each of the line, the small line, 50 divided by 5, right? So it's divided by 10, I'm sorry, 10 blocks. So 5, 1 unit is 5. So 2 units is 10, right? I just write 10, 20 here, 30, 40, 50, that's it. Okay, so from 0 to 25, it is only 4. 4 is below, okay, it's so small. From 0 until 25, this is the mass below, see the mass. 0 until 25 is located here. 4, and then 25 to 50, it is 26. So you need to calculate the cumulative frequency, right? Because the cumulative frequency table. So the CF, this is 4, you plus by 26, you plus by 30, 90, right? It's 178. It's hard. 8284, and the total is 300. So the total is always on 300. Okay, and we are done for this part. From 25 to 50, 30 until 30. So 30 is located here. 50, right? There you go. Right, this is the 30. Yeah, the drawing is very hard. And from 50 to 75, so look at the maximum, the total, the last part. 90. So 75 here. 90 is located here. See? 2 blocks below the 100. Oh man. So sorry if my drawing is so bad, because in this PDF I don't have the ruler tools. And done. 75 to 100, 178, 178 is about 60, 70, 78 here. Yeah, a bit lower, right? And it has to reach the number of 1 to 5. Wait. Oh, here. 100. There you go. Okay. And then from 100 to 1 to 5, so 1 to 5, it has to be 284. 284 is 60, 70, 80, 90, almost like right in the middle. Let's say it's in between, below 285, a bit lower, and then until reaching 125. This will be 125. Okay. There you go. And we have the final position. Of course, final position is there. And you need to draw neatly, super neat. Draw it neatly. It is like, oh man, I hate this. Surely, I hate this. I cannot draw it smooth. Wait. Yeah, oh, okay, wrong. It has to be as smooth as you can. 0. Right. Okay. I think I better make it thicker, so to make it more looks a bit neater. Okay. Now use your curve to find the interquartile range. What is the interquartile range? The interquartile range is the Q3 minus Q1, or upper quartile minus lower quartile. So what you need to know first is the median. In total, we have 300 data. So the median is 150, right? Q2. So the Q1 or Q lower is half of 150. So it is 75. Right? This is the position of Q lower or Q2, Q1. And the upper side, 150 to 30, it's 225, right? This is Q upper. So to calculate the Q lower, Q upper minus Q lower, you need to find the mass, right? So there you go, bang. It's here. So what is the mass? The mass is about 110, okay, or 109, let's say, we don't know. So 109, subtract the lower quartile here. You pull the line and it's here. Again, this is not the most accurate answer because the curve is not smooth. So it is about 70, let's say 69, right? So the number is 50. This is the interquartile range. You calculate the mass, not the number here. Okay, the difference of the mass on Q3 and Q1. Okay, apples. I use the red color right now. Apples with a mass of 50, below 50, 80 grams, not 50, 80 grams are used to make drinks. So that if it is more than 80, it is not used at all. So less than 80. So this part, what I highlight, will be used to make a drink. Okay, so this part. Okay, to make a drink, right? And then, what next? What you have to do now? You need to find the percentage. How many apples that is less than 80? Look at this. Okay, nice. It is right 100. See? So 100 apples used to make a drink. So the question is find the percentage of 300. So 100 apples is about how many percent of 300? So 100. Wait, my battery is running low. Okay, I charged it already. So 100 over 300 times 100%. Okay, it's very simple. 1 over 3 or 33.3%. Okay, you can cross the number. Cross out, cross out. So 100 over 3. It is 33 1 over 3% or 33.3%. Okay, that's it. Next, number 7. The nth term. So n is the order of the term. So list the first 3 terms in this sequence. Okay, term number 1, n equals 1. Term 2, n equals 2. Term 3, n equals 3. Just insert the formula directly. Okay, make it thinner. 1, 1 plus 1, 2 times 1 plus 1 bracket over 6. Now 2 plus 1, right? We change the n. And then 2 times 2 plus 1 over 6, right? And then there you go. 3 plus 1, 2 times 3 plus 1 over 6. And, oh man, I hate this. 1 times 2 times 3 over 6. Okay, 1. And then 2 times 3 times 4 plus 1, 5 over 6. Can cross this. Set 5 then. Okay, it's very easy. 3 times 4 times 7 over 6. Okay, now I'm at, I hit this. So 3, 6 becomes 2, 2, 4 becomes 2, 14. Okay, so this is our first 3 terms. For each of the following sequence, find the next 2 terms and find an expression for the nth term. Okay. So you do this, you subtract 3, subtract 3, subtract 3. So you know this is an arithmetic sequence, which has the formula arithmetic, not use K, arithmetic sequence. So the UN equals U1 plus difference n minus 1. Remember this formula? I think you need to remember this. Or I think it is provided. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, no formula about that. Yeah, okay, so you have to do it by yourself. Memorize it on your own. We're almost halfway. Oh, we are already halfway. See? And the U1 is 11. The D is -3. Oh, next 2 term. Sorry, I forgot. This is the easy way. You -3 you get -1. U minus 3 also you get -4. So -1 and then -4, right? And then how do you calculate the amount or the UN or nth term? So UN, use the formula U1, 11 minus 3, right? Plus of -3 and subtract 1. You don't know the n, but you are asking the general formula. So 11 subtract 3n plus 3, right? So -3n plus 14, and I think 14 is better in front. 14 minus 3n, that's the way. Okay. Next, there you go. -2 and another -2 plus 0. You cannot multiply by 1, right? If you multiply by 1, you have to multiply by 0. You multiply by nothing. 0 times anything cannot be 4, right? It has to be plus 2. Okay, this is the double arithmetic sequence, right? So the next two terms is very simple. Plus 10, 28, and then plus 12, 40. Okay. And then the nth term, this is the challenging part. So since this is the double arithmetic sequence, right? The constant part or the constant addition is on the second layer. So you need the formula of this UN an square plus bn plus c. Okay. So let's do the first term. So if first term u1 plus a plus b plus c, right? So the u1 is a plus b plus c, and then u2 is a times 2 squared. So 4a plus b times 2, 2b plus c. So 4a plus 2b plus c. Third term, I used 3 terms. Why? Because it has to be found a, b until c. Okay. There you go. U3 is a times 3 squared, 9a plus 3b plus c, right? So 9a plus 3b plus c. And then this to this is on the first layer. So this is the first layer. I try to find the parallel. So this is the double arithmetic. Okay. Now, if you do this, so you add 3a plus b, right? And this also 5a plus b. And the second layer will be constant, 2a, right? If you do the u4, if you want to try to prove 4 squared plus 4b plus c, so 16a plus 4b plus c, and you add more, 7a plus b, and it has to be 2a also. So you can see the parallel. The parallel thing is 2a equals to 2, right? And then 3a plus b equals to 0, and then a plus b plus c equals to -2, right? So that is the way you do. So watch here, one by one. 2a equals 2, right? So you get the value of a equals 1. And look at the blue highlight, 3a plus b equals the blue 0. So b equals -3. Very simple, right? And then the green color, a plus b plus c. Wait, a is 1 already. So a plus -3 plus c equals -2. The c will be 0, right? Because 1 minus 3 is -2. You can cross out 0. I will do the highlight one more time. The green will be here. And the blue will be on the second. So you do from bottom to top, from down to up. And we get all the value right now. A equals 1, b -3, c equals 0. So you can put every formula here. Then nth term is 1n squared minus plus -3n plus 0. Or you can simplify n squared minus 3n. That's it. Part 2 is very hard. Part 3 is, wait, let's see. Man, 3, 5. If you want to try to do the addition, plus 2, plus 4, plus 8, plus 16. This is not addition, this is multiply, right? Oh crap, multiply. Right? You cannot do this easily, so you need to use the logic. Let's try. So it has to be something to the power of n. Okay, let's say if I have 1 power, oh, it cannot be 1. 1 power anything is 1, right? So let's say 2 to the power of n. What is 2 power 1? If n equals 1, the un is 2. If n equals 2, it is 4, right? 2 squared. If n equals 3, it is 8. If n equals 4, the fourth term, let's say, it is 16. If n equals 5, oh, okay, got it. Look at this. If I use 2 power n, it can be 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. What is missing? One number left, right? Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. In order to get the specific or the expected order. So you need to write 2 power n plus 1. That's it. Oh, very hard. So you do the nth term first. 2 power n plus 1. And how about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 2 power 6 plus 1. What is it? 68. Right? No. 64 plus 1, 65. And then this is 65. 2 power 7 plus 1. 128 plus 1, 129. Okay, so this will be very hard because you need the logic. This, you have to think about this. It can be 3 power n. If 3 power n, it's too much then. So this is, I put an exclamation mark because this is not easy. Hard. Okay, that's too big.